Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Syahrul Erva Fahruriza and my number is 21, 20, 20 and 51. In this occasion, I would like to give you a presentation, and today's presentation is about positive and negative impact of teaching learning during pandemic COVID-19. Well, if you guys can see, COVID-19 gave us a bad things in the whole wide world, such as we can easily get sick, about the economy get down, and all the bad things in the world. But now we'll talk about the positive and the negative impact of teaching learning during pandemic COVID-19. Well, now we will talk about the positive impacts first. The positive impacts of pandemic COVID-19, of course, especially in teaching learning, or we can say home studying or study at home, something like that. So the first positive effect is family time. Because of study at home, students have a lot of time with their families. They can spend all day with their families. If the students have a question about the school, they can ask their parents about it. So the parents have to be a teacher in home, right? And then the next positive impacts of pandemic COVID-19 in teaching learning is varied learning methods. Of course, the students stay at home. They will have a lot of varied methods. They can learn while playing, while exploring something. So they have a lot of varied methods in learning, especially at home, because we are in the pandemic, so we have to stay at home, learning at home. And then the number 3 of the positive impacts is children adapt to changes. Because of pandemic, the students stay at home, learning at home, so they have to adapt about the changes. They have to adapt. Suddenly they do an online class, an online assignment. We will do Zoom every day or Google Meet. We will discuss about the materials in WhatsApp group, maybe Telegram. So the students have to adapt about it. And it's a good thing that the students can adapt a situation that especially in this pandemic. And then the next is children must explore technology. Believe it or not, the students have to explore technology. Because of pandemic COVID-19, the students have to explore about internet. The students have to learn about how to use application for meeting. The students have to learn about the computer, about the phone, about the other technology that can help them to learn and study at home in this pandemic COVID-19, of course. Well, there are 4 positive impacts that I give you today. Now I will talk about the negative side or negative impacts of pandemic COVID-19, especially in teaching learning. Well, first negative impact is limitation of gadgets and internet quotas. Of course, we are know that not all of the students have gadgets, and then the connection is not always good as well, and maybe they don't have money to buy an internet quota internet. That's that's sad if we know the truth, but this pandemic this pandemic is so hard, and we cannot avoid it, so we have to find another way how we can study without getting sick. So many students have to borrow his parents' gadget and asking their parents to buy a quota internet. And imagine that if the parents don't have money at that time. Yeah, it's so sad if we know the truth. And then the second one is children are less sociable, of course, because of COVID-19 and study at home. They will have a lot of time at home, so it will make them less sociable. The students will choose to stay at home. They can play at home or lying on the bed every time instead of going out, because this pandemic, if you go out without a mask, without bring your hand sanitizer, you will get sick easily. So the students have to stay at home, but it will make them less sociable. That's the negative impact of pandemic COVID-19, I guess. And then the next one is dropping out of school. A lot of students, now we can see at the news, a lot of students are dropping out of school because of what? Well, for some reason, the first reason is they help their parents to work. Like, if you just stay at home, why don't you help me? The parents said that to the students, so the students have no choice. They have to help their parents to do their work, maybe in the garden, in the market, to sell something, or something like that. So that's one of the reasons why a lot of students are dropping out from school. And the next one is decreased learning achievement. Because of this pandemic, the students decreased their learning achievement. I know they feel lazy because, we all know that study at home or online class is quite boring. So we are lazy to do the assignment or listening the teacher's explanation. So we are lazy to listen about it. So it will make decreased learning achievement. They have no good scores during teaching learning in this pandemic COVID-19. Well, I guess that's the positive and the negative impact of teaching learning during this pandemic COVID-19. And I have read some research from university in Banda Aceh. They did a research to students about this situation, teaching learning in this pandemic COVID-19. Well, a lot of students don't feel confident. They don't feel confident to express their imaginations, maybe. And if they do like Zoom meeting or Google Meet, they have no confidence to answer the teacher's question or to give suggestions about the materials and something like that. They don't have confidence to do it. And then the next one is they don't understand about the materials. Yeah, in this online course, online studying, online class, the teacher gives the materials from the online thing, like I've told you, like Zoom, like Google Meet. So the students don't get it clearly, they don't quite understand about the materials. And then what happened? The students asked to their parents, like, excuse me mom, what does this mean? But the parents doesn't understand as well, so it will make decrease learning achievement. And then the next one is they don't learn seriously. The students will feel free because of this online class. Of course, in the meeting, they can turn off the camera, and then we don't know about it as a teacher. They don't know what the students do because of the camera is off. Maybe the student is sleeping or doing something else. So as a teacher, they have to be smart in this teaching learning, especially during pandemic COVID-19. Well, I guess that's all about that I talk today. So thank you very much for listening my presentation. I hope this presentation us can give us a lot of more knowledge about the positive impacts and the negative impacts of teaching learning during pandemic COVID-19. And one suggestion, please stay home and keep your healthy, because this pandemic is real and it's true, it can get you sick. So if you go out, please wear a mask, and don't forget to wash your hand or use hand sanitizer. That's all for me. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.